On to our next guest, which had a very bloody moment in the show last night. Mr. Brad Carter, let's see the clip.
Huh?
Where's the key to the fucking bathroom? Or should I just dump out on the floor? What's your problem?
Nothing.
Fucking retard. Get the fuck out of here.
He's right, I should keep moving.
Hey, 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 hey. I said, what the fuck is your problem?
I've had a bad week. My wife died and it was my fault.
Well, I'm real sorry for your fucking loss, but your dead wife can suck my dick.
I never meant to hurt her.
Here we have him, Mr. Brad Carter.
Woo! Dexter's first kill of the season.
Thank you.
So let's start it right off. We're all wondering, what is it like to work with Michael C. Hall?
Michael is awesome. He's a really, I love this when you're an actor and you work on shows and then you get a chance to work on, it's one of my favorite shows, so that was a plus, but then to get on the set and to meet Michael and for him to be such a really nice guy and to be really generous and really, just giving. He's the star of the show, he's carrying the whole show, but he, still took time to like talk to me and kind of, we became friends before it all happened, and that's
That's
so
great.
important,
That's great.
Because you're the guest. They're like this family. They've been all working together forever, and they got this thing, and then you're just kind of all of a sudden in the middle of them, and you can get the cold shoulder on a set real easy. And he made sure I didn't feel that way.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's always nice to hear as a Dexter fan, that the actual guy who's playing Dexter is a good guy.
Yeah.
I always love hearing that. I always love hearing that.
It does. It makes him even more charming.
It makes getting killed just so much better.
Totally. Now, how did you get the role? I mean, how does an actor get that role?
Like the process. What's the process?
Yeah, tell us the process.
Auditioning and all of that. Yeah, take us through
Everyone around the United States of America,
I guess,
not everyone knows this
Take
stuff.
that for granted, I guess. Hopefully you have an agent or a manager, and they find out about auditions, and then you get sent in if you're the right type that the show's looking for. And in this particular case, UDK, a guy named Sean Dawson is head casting director there, and he's the D in UDK.
Sean Dawson, hold on.
All right.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Just kidding.
And Sarah Isaacson was the associate, and they called me, and I guess they get for every role that's out there, I think they can get up to like 2,000 submissions for like a line, and so they have to pick and choose who they want to come in based on what the writers and what everyone sees the character should be like, and so they'll kind of bring in a type, and so then you'll find yourself I find myself in the room with a lot of douchebags and a lot of that kind of type, so can my mom's like, why can't you play a nice boy? And I'm like, I just don't get that.
No, it's more fun to be the douchebag.
I know. So
Your dead wife can suck my dick.
Yeah.
Who gets to say that to Dexter?
My father's a Methodist minister, by the way.
Oh, good.
You're welcome, Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Carter. That's my language.
That's Dr. Carter.
Oh, Dr. Carter, I'm sorry.
And then you just audition, and you hope I had have an acting coach, Christina Chauncey. oncameraclasses.com. You're welcome, Coach. You know, every time I have an audition, we'll kind of coach through it before I go, just so that you just don't go in the room with no idea about what you're going to do, and then from there on, you just hope you don't screw up.
What did you feel like you did a good job when you walked out of that room?
I felt I felt okay about it, and then I felt oh man, there's no way I'm going to get this, because all the other guys in the waiting room were like big guys and like, you know, tats all over and just, you know, really rough looking guys. I'm like, man, I can't compete with that. You know, these guys are huge, and like, so that was really cool to get it. You know, I don't think I found out for a week. Found out took a week before I found out that I got the role, and I was really happy.
It's awesome.
Did it involve a happy dance?
I'm sure it did. I think I was in the car, and it involved probably some really dangerous LA driving while I called people and broke the law.
What's your acting background? How did you get to this?
Yeah.
Well, I started out as an art major in Georgia. I went to a university there, Valdosta State University. Graduated with a BFA in fine art, and didn't do jack with that. And I think I immediately started playing guitar in bands for years after that. So like I went backwards. Like I went from like making a little money to no money to less money. And so I played guitar for years, and then one day I was like, I think I was like 27, and I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, and I saw the story on Headliners and Legends, an MSNBC show, and it was Phil Hartman's story, who's my absolute SNL hero. And I found out he didn't start till he was 27, and I was 27, and I was like, thanks, Phil. Made me feel good, made me feel like I could do it.
And
so
you have.
I dropped everything and sold everything and moved out here. And the rest is some sort of history.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I think I started out as an extra. Oh, can I say this?
Yeah, say it. Go.
This is my most cathartic moment ever, is because I think cathartic is the word. I have a Georgia education, so I'm not sure if that's the word, but public school. On the set, I actually had my hair and makeup for Dexter and everything, and met Michael and everything right where years and years ago, to almost the day I had my first extra gig.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And on Sunset Gower Studios, and it was a rainy, awful day then, and I was getting yelled at by the director. It was not a nice guy, and I remember thinking, just how I was like, man, how am I ever going to go from this to being in there, like on the other side of the camera, like.
That's crazy.
It was really cool to like be in that same moment.
Yeah.
I think that's even what I told Michael. I was like, you won't believe this, but this is right where I was years ago when I was like, I'm moving home. So
yeah, because sometimes when you're an extra, sometimes you can, you know, be treated as a peon.
It's not glamorous.
Cattle call.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All those people you see in the back doing stuff, they're getting yelled at.
They're being herded.
Is everyone on the set pretty much friendly? Is it a very
oh my God,
ensemble?
so nice, so friendly crew, friendly. Everything was just. I couldn't have asked for a better experience.
How was craft services?
Craft services was awesome.
This is very important.
Craft services was great. Steve Schill was the director, who just won an Emmy, by the way, for The Getaway.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
From last season, and really great guy. He really came to me, and sometimes as an actor in TV, you don't really get as much direction as you think you would. You know, they just kind of cut you loose, and he really made sure to guide me, and I really appreciated that, because it made all the difference in just how I felt on the set and how I thought things went. So
that's good.
You can see in the scene, I mean, just knowing this now, it makes so much sense, because the scene is so intense and beautiful and well done, and I can't say enough about that moment. And it makes sense that it's an intimate set, and that everybody really works together.
Yeah.
We have some questions about the set.
Ooh.
That was on Sunset Gower, your role that you did?
Yes.
So did you not go to the actual, like, a lot of people want to know how they film those Miami scenes and where those are filmed, or you were really no part of that, obviously, for your scene?
Am I allowed to give away secrets like that?
Yeah.
We're planning to have one of the executive producers on, hopefully.
Okay, because I just work with these people and I don't want them pissed at me.
Oh no, we don't.
Well, this, no,
trouble.
this is actually good insider, LA type stuff of what you can and can't talk about.
You'd be
It's really good.
You'd be surprised at how magical Hollywood is and how some things are actually on a soundstage and that you wouldn't think. And this is one of those moments where I was really surprised, especially when I saw it.
Miami, you mean Miami?
When I saw Miami, and when I saw, and of course, and pretty much I think the way they have to do it is they'll shoot, and most shows they'll shoot what they have to in the sound stages, and then once they have everything, then they'll go on location, get those shots. If they have the luxury of waiting to the end of the season before they air anything, and then go get everything on location if they have to. And
so it was all in the studio.
for me, it was all in the studio.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then after you were done, that was it. I mean, like last night, there was no big Dexter premiere party, except you probably had one yourself. But
Yeah, I had one at my house.
I want to take away some of the myths that people have, because I've worked in the industry for long enough, and I always get these questions like, so were you hanging out with Michael C. Hall last night, right at a big party?
No.
I'm sure we're getting a lot of those questions.
No, unfortunately, Unfortunately, if you just work, one day on something, you're not like instant best friends and get
What about
invited
Batista?
over.
Did you hang with Batista?
Yeah.
No. The only actual
Mr.
characters, the only actual characters I met were of course Michael and James
We
Remar.
do have a cool picture of that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There you go.
Look at you. All
That is
nutty.
that unfortunately got cut a little bit. They filmed. It was a little gorier, and that got cut.
Were you in the makeup chair for a while?
I was in the makeup chair for 2 hours. And the guys did a fantastic job. They were these guys are just pros. And I had like cauliflower and stuff hanging out of my brain. and I was like, I even told my mom, don't watch this one.
Yeah.
You're not gonna watch. She always says, I die on everything I film. So I'm building a career on dying.
Nice.
Or getting beat up. So
I like it.
Now, how long ago did you film that, and how long have you been keeping these secret? Do people know you were on it? Do people know what happened to you? Could you not tell anyone?
Yeah, you're allowed to say, hey, I worked on Dexter, and of course, if you're an actor and you're on Facebook, you can't wait to be like, I filmed Dexter today, so all your actor friends will be like, I'm really happy for you.
Like.
It's a very strange world. Actors and comedians, like, they don't want each other to do well. They pretend they do.
Fortunately, you're not my type, so we wouldn't be going up against each other. But still, I'm really happy for you.
That's funny.
I'm sorry, what was your question? Did I even answer it?
Just in terms of like when you filmed it, when you filmed it.
Oh yeah, you can't give away plot secrets, or you can't, it's kind of a disclosure thing where you don't want to screw up anything, before they air it. So you pretty much, I couldn't really show that picture, or
we got a question from the chat room. JBS Films asks, what kind of direction did you get for the scene?
Each take that you do, you'd be surprised at how many takes it takes to film something. And each, because they're deciding, where they like the camera, or what angle they liked, or what was in the way, and before you know it, you've worked hours and hours and hours on what seems like it should have just went like that. But in reality, it takes a really long time to film these things, and so in between each take, Steve would come over and just kind of give me subtle, light, just nuances to try, kind of he had an idea of what he thought should be happening, and which was a little different than what I auditioned with. I was much more of a smart ass in the audition, much more of a, I just did, and so by the time you get to set, they have, hopefully your director has an idea of where he wants it to go, which helps you as an actor to say, oh, okay, that's what you want, let me do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, you're just kind of guessing, which can be probably good in one way or stressful in other ways, if but luckily, they all liked what was going on, so that helps you to feel confident.
Great.
How long was your day on set?
I think that was a 10-hour day, maybe 10 hours.
And then I guess we can get into this a little bit. You are a Dexter fan, so you knew the show, and it was this the first time we've seen Dexter kill. You guys can now get into this because we want to talk about this as a killer moment. First time Dexter kills without being in the kill room.
Right.
We are in.
Right.
So how were you surprised by that in the script? And then let's get into. I guess we can talk about that. Does that change Dexter, who he is, and what the show is now?
Yeah, you are a huge plot twist.
It was pretty intense. So I happened to have been at your little gathering last night, and when Dexter took out that thing, what was it?
That's a like little pocket boat anchor, which was really cool because it's like it flicks open like that.
I saw a lot of ladies just go.
It looks ominous. Just I mean, as soon as we saw it, we were like, "Oh wow!"
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it was not following the code. He was freaking angry, and he wanted to just
smash.
And that's why I was excited to do it because normally you'd be in the kill room, which is cool. Can't say you don't want to be in the kill room. I think every actor, like, no one wants to die on something because that means you can't come back. But if you're going to be on Dexter, then you want to die, like. So I feel happy to be in that little club now. But like normally you'd have the kill room, but this time was totally outside of his code. And like I said, I'm a fan, so I'm like, yeah. As soon as I read it, I was like, ooh, this is going to be good. This is different. Like he's totally just pissed and acting out and just going with reckless abandon. And so I was just really happy to be a part of that.
Oh yeah, and he finally lets go. He cries. He does the big sob.
We see something we've never seen
Harry
before. Comes. Harry finally comes.
That primal scream and
James Remar, really sweet guy as well. So happy to meet him. Because I'm laying there dead during that scene as well. So that was.
I'm personally glad he's on Dexter because I always saw him as Richard, the douche from Sex and the City. So I'm very happy that he is. He's a cool guy on Dexter.
He redeemed himself in your eyes.
Yes,
very
he has.
good.
What do you have any predictions for the season?
Yes.
I was listening to you guys out in the studio audience, and I do want to say I differ a little bit with you. I agree a little bit more with Dr. Larry, who I love his name, Benoit, by the way. Love you, Dr. Larry. But I felt like I liked the way it was different. I liked the way it was a different tonality than what we've seen before because it kind of felt like Rita. Like you get the feeling that Rita's like his rudder. Like it's his one thing that's keeping him sort of glued to how we all think we're supposed to act. And without her, he's kind of back to season one, like he used to be, sort of very void of. The regular emotions, why everybody calls him kind of a weirdo, and why dokes hated him, and because he just seems like he's so void of any like human normal emotions. So I kind of felt like it was a throwback to that, and now we're seeing that Rita really had he really was getting affected, and in last season he really was it was doing something for him. I think No,
I agree, and it made her death even that more horrific. You know, because we were starting to see. Maybe this guy does want a family. Maybe this guy,
is the effort working? Is something changing?
Yeah, and then I see your point. And then this episode, not only does it call for our patience, but it's just this is a big deal. This is it ended last season like
horrifically.
Holy crap!
I didn't see that coming, so I love it when I get fooled. I totally jaw dropped on that. So.
Yeah. So what's with the bobblehead?
Yes, this is wonderful. Please tell us.
This is where am I? This
here, right here. Yeah, there you are.
This is my Dexter bobblehead that John T. Jones sent me. Thank you, John. John was my drama teacher in high school.
Yes. Oh, cool. I love that.
And a long time ago, he was kind of one of very few who told me to go, at age 27, said, dude, go for it. He had been telling me since high school to go for it, and I just took me a long time to listen to him. So he sent me that just as a little wink and a nod. So thanks, John.
That is really cool.
Nice.
The teachers really do make a difference.
There you go.
In the chat room, Christina Eliano asks, what else can we see you in?
What else can like coming up or in the past?
Coming up in the past, anything. Throw us your credits.
This coming up. There's a new show called Harry's Law that stars Kathy Bates, and got to work with her very recently, so I'll be on that on the 4th episode when it comes out. That's on NBC, and I don't think it has a start date yet, actually. But
Sure.
so that's coming up, and this year done True Blood.
That was an awesome role that you did on True Blood.
Why, thank you.
What a season or episode or?
That was the 2nd episode of this past new season. I was a guy taking a whiz where eggs died.
Wait a second, were you an a-hole?
Are we seeing a trend?
Douchebag.
Yeah. I know why my mom said what she said. Let's see, there was that. I did a couple episodes of a show called Justified, starring Timothy Oliphant,
Nice.
which was fantastic. Got to meet a lot of people from Deadwood, which is my absolute all-time favorite show ever. And which Steve Schill actually worked on that a few times as well.
Cool.
I know I've done other things. I'm blanking. What else have I done?
You told a story last night about a Nickelodeon thing.
Oh, I did Zeke and Luther. It's a Nickelodeon show.
Wait a second.
No. I'm sorry. Disney XD.
Oh, Disney. Was that a good character?
Yeah, it was. I got to play a couple episodes of that as Swami Steve, and then a guy that sells ice cream and does your fortune at the same time in his dirty van. And
Dirty van?
like dirty van, like dirt, like
needs to be
like
cleaned.
filthy.
Okay.
Not like, come here, kid. Come into my van. I got some. I'm gonna stop right now.
Oh God!
Just, yeah, so that was cool. The story was these two random. My neighbor had some friends come into town from Oklahoma, and they were like, she told them I had been on Zeke and Luther, and she's like, would you sign some headshots for our kids? I'm sure they probably know who you were on the show. And I'm like, whatever, like they are gonna know me, you know. And so I signed to these two kids, Ben and Eli, that I've never met, and then they sent me film of them giving it to them like it's a present. Like my parents went to California, all I got was this headshot. Like it was like, and they give it to them, and the kids freaked out. Like they knew immediately who I was, which was cool for me to like have like a fan that's not like related to me or who knows me. And and they flipped out and started like doing my lines, and like they knew the character. It was
That's awesome.
I put it on my my YouTube page is actor Brad Carter on YouTube.
Nice.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn your lines from last night's episode, and I'm going to do your lines, and I'm going to put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
They might flag that as inappropriate.
Yeah, they might.
A little bit.
Got a Nicorette commercial running right now as well, so that might make you laugh.
Ooh.
It's all on bradcarter.me.
bradcarter.me. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Yes, it is such an honor to have you, Brad.
Can I show that real quick?
What is that?
That's my nieces.
Oh, do you want
And-
me to put it closer?
Yeah, let's get a close-up
Yeah,
of them.
they're actually kids there, but they're teenagers now, so this is going to really piss them off.
Oh, they're adorable.
And
Very
then,
good.
and then lastly, I just wanted to do this in my interview.
I like it. I like it a lot.
So just edit that in somewhere where it
Everywhere.
looks,
I love
where it looks appropriate.
Everywhere.
I love that right now anybody who's on the audio podcast, because we have audio and video available, are like, what did he just do? So
They don't need to know.
get the
They don't
video
need to know
podcast
magic.
people. Video.
He whipped it out.
It was crazy.